Alright, abusia ma wache ama wo akwa ba wo hwen Adom TV sanso tie nka sempa 94.7 FM. Ene December boso ne de toso edunkron na se mekenkan a aka ndan be kakra bi na bronya no abanti ba medi kan kra ema wo afishapa mi ha mo fem mo afio sesebrei na bibia totona kwam na wo twedwumadi ano peso se yasim konya aye de ebre wo ebiem otie nka sempa 94.7 FM na wo hwen live e wa Adom TV so midin e de Chief Jerry Force nyame adoma abato no yato awie enso ekira sem no e na akoye nkoma na wotwe mu nyina yatwetwea ne edikan niema bi a ekoso abato no emu approach for say abato no mu nipa enwotwe e na womo ehwe womo enkwa in fact nsemtwefo yenso echefa wom yenya ya fine intana pe mehye nkomotwetwe no ase e de afri ho na fe yewie a yahwe the next parliament the 8th parliament Oshesisi ayekasa ya both political parties which are the NDC and the NPP will be our 137 seats apiece. Yeshenimu. Next parliament saying enabeko no business the parliament business saying on befaso atoto eniema pay yani mpenfo betwetwe komo na fei yahwe na yatwetwe yatoato adwen ye fi hono ma fei ye behwe abato no achi and this amayoko no oma your position clear, very clear. Say about one on Susan no, and Yadia Womo Ejitumu. In fact, His Excellency the former President John Dramani Mahama has called for a forensic independent audit. Say Yamfa Entrisha about one Susan no emu and a pay Yabesha Honso na Yasha most especially say Yasha Oko Volta region Buem constituency na fe one constituency afe in the Mabayan Shishaya Enra adisha womo ho friends am 12 nhyiam mpanifo pa ne da no womo Central Coffee Lolobi Akpafu and afi lipe yehwe animu se animanim ya electoral commission no betimi ahwe ayen hyehyeye ma watimi ato aba apa omra hye bedwani esansa abato no mu no womutimi eto aba yi omampani ne nko parliamentary elections no womo anto bi anapay yebetwetwe nkomo can the electoral commission meet the deadline and sign a 7 December ya swear the 8th parliament into office and I pay this and many more other issues na yeba abeshe later on Ura Franklin Kujo of Imani ebe join ye hwe ani mi say Ura afel morning so eba be kan komatwetwe no ho na fe o ma meni on besim konya Anthony Nupenu Greater Accra Regional Organizer of the NDC na fe Kamal Dean or a Deputy National Communication Director of the NPP meni on besim konya na fe ya hwe issues no emu se na medi kan kan no abato no emu some trafo bebre ehho kan ifie hanso so yenya ye chefa ewo mu kwame anum multimedia journalist ono so ne ho kwaka adua mu kakra mene ne be hyan komatwetwe no ase asa na ewi a yakoya ni but wetimi join in live ewo Facebook live ewo Facebook Adom TV live ewo Facebook and afi Asempa 94.7 FM ewo Facebook na we are share na fa comment to ebejemre na afi akenkan e de ama midini bio e de Chief Jerry Force mama akwaba kwame
CJ.
Bokode.
Tough guy.
Me mo free mu.
Me family here papa.
Bibi akoye de. Campaign season no now with the former President John Dramani Mahama echi. In fact, to akoye nyina no multimedia journalist na wudi nachi eye wo. My sha shame free ho e ko sign briefly asa na pay yaba elections ni mo kansa kwame.
John Mahama campaign dey sana di kan ye ka ho na me catch be in the post-election analysis I mean say parliament and as a state now mutimi win parliament now largely depending on Ejuma John Mahama koye or that various constituencies.
In fact, before the election me kaipa say you won use mo kan say what did John Mahama chia and you smell a huge difference in the election.
Of course.
In fact, now go for Sebia MPP befa by a very wide margin and especially in the parliamentary seat. But okay, Emma Mekaipa.
Essence say you free hotel Adim best an upper 8. Now but the following day an upper 5 a.m. Ahumachi and Numrena Grofesha. Now one thing I say in the constituency you can was Mamumba will be ambaho. And the person constituency no crofona mo on. Now she say say in fact the results no background I'm here surprised a part of me say Omo mutu abama MPP in this election and omo mutu abama NDC in this election no mo nyina beti John Mahama esan so hwe constituency bi na say voter population or be 2000 no hwe nkrofo omo ba se omo beti ni nsema o de wani buat mo say nkrofo yo omo do 2000 anti no edwuma oyeye no ene ma omotumi ni sit and campaign dey break akra nanso mampenda da oyade obone hombode eye campaign here.
All right, it's after the D-Day on the election day. Hefana Oba Pro Ekoi.
Election day, number party NDC party head office.
Okay.
And Mampenda Dani office.
Okay.
And so more flippy parliamentary system no more kanina na me na be the sa reports no eba.
Okay.
Mampenda da office no obeye the last press conference before Oba party head office no. Our ka say on fro bia and congratulating no. Na be honum.
Okay.
And so honum na me bo pro party office na Mampenda Dani office.
Okay. Eti wadwuma yemu eba ne sen ukotia obi na so na kakra efa wo ho boyemu kakra kwa me
counting no on say multimedia coalition room
yes
and the coalition room yet me the figures in bitudwa na ya ka say enye figures we figures we free easy figures but projection no and no time on say eduru me afi na mo nyina no ye nya ho clear difference ye nya ho nipa odin kunim and on we akwana supporters no omo ne yetwe nkomo nti mo hwe a yakosen na anso ade ne ya shift kakra na afi ye projections na ya different no na afi na ye hono kona supporters no bi esusu se ye project result a enko omo favor and the hono no mo share ya mo Adom TV for mo kan some person mo yabanom and all those things and the to me ebe do me afi na tension na wo party office na Mampenda da office no Emma me as a reporter me bo and so at a point to be some editor my friend e catch and say supporters in fact party in for now
at what point and I realize say no Charlie if you na pa ma bo hasa na fi enra ma ya adwuma sa but at this point eya yi hu kakra at what point
I think the eighth ahomache no mo afi na parliamentary seat no mo see mo win na your projection are different from mo no ahonom na after presidential no so na your projections such as the current president Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo LED at that point tension rising at that point na otumo say before no ebom and they had to move out of the office and last two press conference manko esan say omo stations mienu and omo body Adom TV and abako biaka and no na had to move and we call Mampenda da call the fee hono and in the office I said in Katiak every supporters so mon street no jubilate no I want to say Adom no as I say eba and so so mo jubilate and you take your kakra ni omo chitin komo kakra now so from hanu mo econom and a panel after na projections no HSM Mampeni a winning election I want na after na sem na say kra I want you dare not go close to any NDC supporter it's and so say we are for want of a better word, facilitating a rigging of an election. Okay. And so no, if I say you want to be and I may buy office back and make a tray, my boss say, Senate no con, especially with Adom TV, and what's that my courses here, and you know, and I'm boss who says I need to dia member and better office. And say, how am I this year?
Okay, Eti, how close were you? And I pay a buy now. Can say, be foul. Describe the scene no
well no na and then answer and I said no protest no koye wo AC office on
okay
no na and answer one say anopa no mo share from the ridge side of kwan no and on na police use water cannon and so share no only she on na mo disperse crowd no and me boss friend me say what is say crowd no akọ Kanda highway from Nima honum eba and me nko ho na me nko hwe say then no moyo enti me call me say na crowd no gaza omo masse up kakra na enti me ni cameraman no agina ho na me hu say afi omo back towards the electoral commission and me catch camera say because I walk camera no only intem ba ko so kai ho e friend essay na mo no so picture me nkrofo ya mo chucha picture say no mko assignment no enti me catch ne so omo ndi kan enti omo di me ka di kan na me matimi anya kwanya ene sobotes bia nanti atie nsem omo ka and me no more kakra me no more and until I could drew at a point. And you do that point on no. And you train your coordinator baby. At that point, be interested from Adom TV. As I say, now your name grounds. But I say, any Mampenda that
na mukuta branding dia
na baby. They are setbacks. We didn't know near Omayo. And come on, as a dresser in Crofano about TV station bidding. say omo ha ombabu omo na anya ye ente ende hye cry say okay bia na ye no omo ye adwen ni anase ye inform omo ni adwen po be ya ma ye and so I was saying me call ente me call na me hu ngrofo mienu bi na me approach omo bi so say omo na me leaders of this group no mo ha na and omo say yan ka be na me che so me fra Adom TV but won say ade omo ye no omo nsem no say yan fa bia ne omo ye nyina obi ante and omo say ente me ne kasa na lady bia ye ni joma manam na eya ta bre aduane ne nsuo ohumi
during the
campaign time
okay
ohumi na oban no say minimum bra na say agya minimum bonko no say bra betwa na wan betwa kra nkrofo ehu ente no e share me cry e na me call ente minimum call crowd mo e na o ka kire nkrofo no say ente afi na o say okay o be kasa ahono na me ka kire me crew no say okay once nkrofo ya accept something e be kasa no we need to put on an identity say na be say police for no kra e ba o so wan identify ahona me jacket no e dey share ese na ma o picture me because on kra camera watch picture and na me yi microphone logo no e dey share your microphone say me ye interview CJ me say ye kasa ye interview me hu me baby boys yi efri Adom TV mo and na ye gidi afina we have to come e was say retreat and me catch camera on jai ye cross the kwan no mo dey echi na ne me ka no ho supporters ni buefua to the sense that
na hefa na mugina
na o say Atlantis Radio so sa area hano o pa on kakra sa hona na agent
oh okay
so no massive esan say police for na barricade say mo mba close to the electoral commission and na omo wo ho a grofo adwane omo close to 500 grofo no omo grofo adwane omo and the honum say na tension e ba no we ba no opesa they went no more attack ya no and yi nyama na ye share no and I dey share bags no mo back by chance nkrofo bi ehu ye nkrofo bi ye kasa mo na mo komo no mo de echi anti lady na mini na ye internal mini nam no e ka dekra no mo yabo no anti mi na me hu sa ga no person to no na me kona me ko save no say ade mini na nam no say me hu age ase o ka mama tim hu nti ye bo ba ono na me say mini na nam mini na ye dwuma to bo na obo me ne nyina o say on pedi anti police ne bi hu ye e na odwane ba ye be save ya oni lady ne ko ye and
how far away were you from the police? Maybe another police for no a barricade no akasa. Na mo work later.
Say ye wo chire. Esan say police for na barricade wo electoral commission enim. Say run about no.
Yes.
And so basa Kokanda highway e ko ni ma area ho. E honum na omo ka masse up finally omo nante amoba. Enti ye ma me macro no e di kan. Me macro no di kan. E na me ni omo nam. Of course me nam omo hu say me ye Adom TV nipa. E na me ni omo nam a ye bedru after Atlantis Radio or honum sa no. Oh yeah, drew GH1 TV town and I now. And see, omo sana police in the and other policemen and military personnel on barricade. Omo say at this point, omo kobium. And some of them cast stop omo. No more chanting, no Mahama, no peace, rigged election. And some more kanka. We want justice. We want them no more kanka. And see, now I feel general police for the chi, and I take coverage.
Okay.
I want to know some company. Adentina ya police for any chia take coverage. I also now guys me no by so attack. So Adom TV
police one hu dey cause you
police one hu here. And now there was one TV station GTV. Omo nya omo hwe. Omo ni nemu twetwa bia. Now so once from Adom TV nkwande say they wouldn't allow us to take any coverage.
Akwaya ya nkwa and you saw other media houses no so
I'm saying this on authority. Me see GTV for her. Almost I think said there was other
private media houses no
almost say hey mo dey mo timi twa na so Adom TV afi na be ma ye mre and say ba say no and finally and I me catch lady say onko but me ntimi free her as I say whatever happens I must get a content for my brand and to be the police for nechi and editor friend me say about 12 and say call live until live no na me ne all count me down over phone so sana other police group so abegina mechi omoye ready said they were going to disperse the crowd through firing me hu enti me dani me nim say me hu na come on tie me say kwa me free me say je me say me wure ya na almost satisfied
police for na mama warning bia say you know
police for no mo hu say me ya media nipa
okay because now we
yi bibia
okay
they didn't see me maybe am gina so omo ehu me but omo hu say crowd wo ho once original crowd na echi no omo feel say crowd and so omo guys na nka omo block first barricade no my no because they communicate with them. I suspected say communication no ma free so that they can disperse the crowd. But me say me microphone dey djuma na ono obetimi the only thing obetimi is obetimi ma frame me. And just see me frame me me huri am jump coin na almost started say almost fire almost disperse crowd no. And see eche na ebisa a crowd police.
And then no fire rubber bullet and I say na ye.
Okay, ni ayen hu ye rubber bullet. I think I'm 38 mm rubber bullets. It is also. Okay. So rubber bullets. Any they confirm me from Kwesi Ofori and also can say rubber bullets. Also mo press release on mobile almost a non-lethal route control management. Say no patch say nya dia between akwa but it can induce pain say can but to me say from the range so no mo shoot no mo wa. And the supporters no enkan now so bet sound no and then the disperse your mo dwane ya omutimechi nkofo 26. And then
okay. Eti Abra Bunya Mutidi dream. At what point now we decided and we hear report and a few years okay. Now you are done until we back to office.
Then me we and report no kwana mentimi kasa. Esanse na me dwane ya. Am abo na me dwane. And if report we share report na me na brema me na easy. Yeah. Easy. And see how me we report no. And you train police for any more train come be some say so the way forward don't catch say go for 26 no more achi omo arena omo na na me friend editors at this point I need to move out because they say I had this person omo kra me nim baby a omo say na omo tutu ebo na o hwe sa street no so there was one media house election I think election campaign poster na say billboard kitin bi posters bi say omo say na and you know, and no police for no a charge here because that police wanted to say they were destroying properties, and then police want to charge here. Now, for me, you know, I think that it's about time. The two camps are signing peace pact. They look at way to maintain the peace.
Okay, before Abebahono, the police handling of the demonstrators now course we are. And then the attitude of the demonstrators no ankasa me enu uhun ni sen
me susu say on say me nya police ni na me nim ekwan mo fa so a omo do special route because omo no picking intelligence at that point na me nim intelligence omo picking na dia me hu ye ni say they were shooting from afar that is okay and I mean say the crowd also responded to the shooting
pumping so
eno ya anapa no
okay it be akodu ho no de na
yes anapa na omo pumping so no na satam no mo shi ties once anapa from the reach point and from the Kanda highway akono GH1 TV no sa omo ta na nim ho no ma na omo ties so omo shi
just before we do be around about
just na omo shi ties
na branch akọ easy for no
no omo shi ties no be ho no and omo senti eno na ma police for no use sanction. I think that instead of use for two things. So mo disperse no mo sandi aduma jana.
Okay.
Oma so no. I think that the crowd responded well to the treatment from the police. Essence the police apply force kakrebia they go back, they run back. And you know because they were not armed. Men who be okra sikan na say bibi. At a boo ne nyama de ye hu senkrofo kakrebi to bi. And you know I think that police no I cannot question them. I cannot say because we need intelligence or picky. Yes. And so I can say the crowd responded well, and then the police also treated the crowd with their own intelligence or more picky.
Well, Abusia, enti mene kwame enum guso etwetwe nkomo ye wo hwe Adom TV a wo videos a kwame enum de send yen ebina wo hwe sesi no you can come through with your Facebook comments na fi akenkan de ama kwame enti through it all as a journalist why adwuma ya chepa but mu say ne eto we ne nansa ene abatu no mu ne de edutwamanya de
no 2016 because through similar but no kana okay no me wo MPP headquarters and election no na results announcing air delay kakra so isi na twintwen so enti no hono me say etobia
I mean answer na member wo hono yensa aka the president Ghana Journalists Association Roland after money e wo ahoma no so president what make am wa kwaba
Yes, yeah.
What was that? Pombo there.
You're not doing young, but someone to want to then.
You good kakra. You good kakra. Some trouble for command you go to answer na ebekwa anim kra no pious quening some trainer ne ho kan abato nim ye ka say ne ho te sen.
Oh, no, he's out of danger. And Dan Sudan were in operation, and so was in the Asian in him. And he's doing well. Now, it will take some time. Mostly, I've been kind of after 1 year, kind of with you, Nando. Most important news in the no he's out of danger. Why surgery successfully. And airborne pie, then Yakupana, Bernardo. Now I send about Martina Major. Now, this is a reflection of the risks, the dangers to which we are exposed. And you have to handle, you have to today a cross as journalist. But Yakupon Bernardo, once you started to do this job, it's a calling. Once you are called, it's in proportion. But I only tell people to take advantage of this calling. Among for won't have vulnerable, that was the target as insulting. We are used to the insult, but going to the extent of attempting to take the life of a journalist, it's far beyond a criminal offense.
Well, still on pious. You may call it say SIC, and I feel one more can ebeboa nishim. Emunu Kran saying, President. SIC for an agreement they signed with SIC, it was the 20 million cities out of all. 20 million cities for some of these things. 20 million cities, I said, Sabinobaka, and obey a bring accident, and any related a offensive accident from 1st November, September 31st, January 2021. 1st November 2020 to 31st January 2021. Not to them, insurance will cover you. They say, accident over intimate for some time. And I say, Yakupon Flower, when come there, then you have 40,000 CD lump sum plus 3,300 CDs every month. And they say, phone, and camera, and all you want to know, say, this accident agreement will also cover it. Into Queen will receive 40,000 lump sum, and every month we are 3,300. So SIC and Rich Hospital, they bear the cost of knee hospitalization. Every test of the hospital, they take care of that. Right. So away from pious, as you see, I would say no a Juma in some for your boy before the election, which campaign season him during the election, and as you see, I have to abandon over 1 week. How do you analyze it?
We do about the trouble about testing. Maybe Yakupon Dawasi, it's 1 year or the media go by Zoom, UTV, GTV, Opia, because it's 1992, a democracy is impossible without the media. And I say, Henry Kabimi Kebambu, and democracy watches in Wabenim, to the send a reference point, standard measure for other countries. You have some trouble. Politicians, we are politicians. Yes, some trouble. The way you politicians, parties, on manifesto, on messages, and why press conference and apa and my chief is the way to help and life. For all this and interest of all this is in your Kuya, never was a new movie ahead. That is the saddest aspect. But we are used to this tendency. Yamakuya, one boy Ampado, Yamankuya, my set party. But this is a cross, as I said, we have started to carry.
Well, President, we are carrying this cross, but and your first time, you're making projections. For instance, the multimedia group, your election headquarters. Mintimi who say as an association, more any issues with the media house collating their own results and making projections ahead of the main declaration by the Electoral Commission. Ramoni.
Not at all. The projections they all ensure the transparency and openness of the election. Now, it takes some skills and some of our projects. Multimedia group, you have the record. Your projection achievement has always made a difference in the coverage. So you call a police station. Now, you cover election. Go forward to Aba. Working can result to one. That is at the ordinary level. But in your projection, it takes some skills, and which multimedia group has demonstrated over the years. And it's actually on projection the tally with the panel body. And say, and in America, they say it's a year might be no more. I want the open hand about the 1 year, now which another pay, but. This is not dampen your spirit. More for that 1 year, because we can say this is what makes it different. This is what gives you that professional solidity. And that city market should not be diluted and overshadowed by democratic citizens. The 1 point share 1 point and 1 point star. And
but one observer group, European Union, the report about me. This when you be akinkan. Mekaya be 1st of November, and our mobile Ghana ha. If you say so, Moody campaign wechi in Central for Juma ya. But after the election, report on the buy, they've categorically stated media houses be omuye Juma MPP, omuye Juma NDC. In fact, for we here at the multimedia group, omuye say Juma ye no. Wama judi munu che say na ekakwa NDC for afemu pa. Is it possible? Say in that short time ombedi wo Ghana ha no. One betimi ehunu sa na emu nyina ehunu mu ye. Edi sa research no abetu ya. Ramoni.
In fact, you know a group back from a bad 3 might be 6 months. Some of us were prepared to meet them. They share one. They were the media experts. They share a PC. No parents and them reporting our background.
Okay.
They've been in this country for months. More share, what take note of them and say, then report on year 1. Near the API, Nancy also abandoned them. They started long ago. Done last day for you for as part of their final report, and they met some of us, and they will come out the final report. The media analysts, bigger analysts, will come over from Harte. Their report is a summary of the business of media analysts. What else? About the content of the report now. It came as no surprise because issues are other media houses, which is a number of follows. Today, a corruption case. Other media houses, 1 year. But when depending on your orientation, and if you look at the orientation of multimedia groups, wherever there's corruption, wherever there are human rights abuses, things which what it needs is something unusual. That is anything which is unusual. This is what they will follow. That is news. Only one if the report will paint them as being pro NDC, but in reality they were doing their job for which they should be applauded.
Okay, Ramoni, me be chat one ameja okwan moving forward. And some try for niema ya ye femu in the line of duty adwuma yemu akwanhyiasem ye bubi ye say big gadgets ne ade bi anansam training bi wo honma onim sanhyehyɛ bi wo honma as an association say bibi sa to a niema association no eye edema wo say bibi sa wo honma obetumi aboya ni kakra ede akyerɛ na fe yagya kwan Ramoni.
Apart from a 2-month insurance package, this one, then is share SIC, then a penalty. The actual BB permanent by Amazon truffle. Until we are looking at the way forward, until the SIC will always be there to cater for such incidents. Because in the everyday, the only them there's some package to cover all journalists. In the past, and this is something alien, but as democracy grows, and as we also open up, expose dark spots, and people are targeted as young. There's supposed to be some that to also motivate journalists. And whatever it takes, Ghana Journalists Association, to encourage journalists to kill themselves for this nation, because a sacrifice. If you're multimedia, why? But only people other stations, other areas in it. But yet, about 3 days a month from there is the bampo but because of love of country, because of the addition to democratic advancement, where the meaning and also at least also look at how best to also motivate you to give of your best and to see yourself from other Ghana. And say on Chepia will unfold the package we have going for after 31st January. We can insurance package, 20 million insurance packages or cover from 1st November 2020 to 31st January 2021. And discussions here, the habit we extend this coverage before in perpetuity or so that journalists will go about their work in confidence.
Ramon Mamenda was na yem fancy ha ya dasi pi emra waje ene ya atwetwe nkomo ora Roland Afe Omoni president Ghana Journalists Association amene no atwetwe nkomo no Kwame enti senior president aka no ade na your friend is a calling
of course
enti bullet be be fo aso ho sa hu say
sentinel make say 2016 nya such experience nya such experience kakra na so na 2020 dey no na omo ye din say 2016 this because na mo MPP headquarters and gidi to buy me say to be to na be dwane ye na me boss that I'm live TV me live or TV and I'm dwane boss me catch boss so me na me hang up 2016 so the fee omo chess omo win election up they were demanding said the results we friend na akoma boss na essential for kra mo hu ya kra no mo dwakra and so I believe say nya both sides nya experience obia political parties bia ebe ko in his favor no omo feel say any side omo anko in his favor no feel say yeah juma etiomo now so na me worry because I was say omo say once Adom TV say na etie no no organization in this country wet me juma and also person media engagement without Adom TV em ko je obi aska say media projection and say obi rigging
and not so man for etie
that's the supporters because as it stands now it was going to be very difficult and it's going to be very difficult. So, NDC organizing events. No, my friend say Kwame Kona Meko. As I say, the emotional trauma, psychological effects. Now I want my son enquire. So anytime we are recently we have press briefing. Sami didn't feel the same name. Me tell me boss say Obemo be akwa because me nko. As I say, I've not been able to defeat that adrenal. And I said, "Nyame hu ya na ekoma intimi defeating it."
Okay.
And there was a impeni for party impeni for so one supporters kasa say you were home. Yeah, central for your ba say you ba be take coverage because of me issues some more.
Okay.
And it's na yaba.
Kwame no amendo ase Kwame num multimedia journalist and amene no atwetwe enkomo no ma me ntwa me homra me ba abeja for betina se na fe na wotwe dwumadi ye de ato aso me dey the chief judge force ne yaba. Right, so we are back on your television and of course on your radio. Adom TV, Sunyoti and Kasempa 94.7 FM. Now, Chidumedi, Yegusua, Yade, Brewo, Midin the Chief Jerry Fortin, Yade, Freddy Kaino, Ediakugu, Abeja 4 Trans, Yegusua, Yeshwe, Anthony Nupenu, Greater Accra Regional Organizer of the NDC, Yeshwe and Nimkwine, say Obabe Kayan. But already here, Kamal Dean, Deputy National Communications Director of the NPP. What's Nasi? Come out.
CJ.
Boko there.
Boko, let me say, the 8th, 19th of December.
Yes.
Nyankopon Adoma from now to Christmas, is about 6 days. And my main fa Akunyawe, and we show a very great experience during the Yuletide. Now, men wish it we do my so. I think most of the work is done behind the scenes.
Yes.
the producer, the programs manager, the cameras,
my directors,
all the directors,
MCR,
Ejuma from the beginning of the year to where we are today, no Adom. No wonder your name is Adom TV. And I want to pray that every single media house in this country, Nyakopon and Koso and Momon strive in the positive direction, as enshrined in our constitution by Article 162. No, the media's freedom is guaranteed, and clearly, you guys have shown, say, indeed, your freedom is used and used well, especially multimedia. Of course, Otumfo Asante Hene say to tune a canasem or say a year or what he said. I mean, no matter what, obedu baby no, obibeka say, obebu enichi, 1 year. But of course, by and large, the media has done a great job. More assisted ama your democracy no is growing. More assisted ama indeed amanone internationally. People have seen the input and the work done by the fourth estate of the realm. You will be chastised, you will be criticized, you will be insulted, but stand your grounds.
For instance, quite worrying.
Strongly.
Quite worrying after elections. The opposition is seriously on our neck because from where we sit and from the figures we had, we made a projection because I'm quite more. And I wish Anthony was here. It's quite worrying. Say mo yedwuma party we mo yedwuma say ankwa mawa now say wo yedwuma party
obekaya 2012 yakoto aba a Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo antimanya any MPP. Within the first 2 days of declaration here, there were reports said journalists were attacked at our party office. Journalists were insulted. This had happened and whatever. Because the media no matter what, ebedu baby no, ebebu monichi.
But for how long?
And I'm saying,
can we continue
again, bringing it. Let me just make this point. I've made that point about 2012. Bringing it fast forward to 2020, still in the quest to ensure that our democracy is strong.
Yes.
The year election, and then a journalist sits here this morning to give an experience, a very bad one. Okuhuye our electoral commission because a party has lost election. Some are beaten, some are maimed, media personnel. But you see, be it MPP or NDC, mesre. You may love your party so much, but remember, Ghana is what gave birth to your party. Monkai who say Ghana and give birth to the party because the constitution of Ghana and they guarantee say you form political parties, multi-party democracy.
Yes.
And we all have formed it. Yes. Ghana has given birth to it. Now, anything that are obey eba say Ghana, ebe say yankasa ye kanko. I think you are not doing a great service to Mother Ghana. Inti NDC, the omo ye idea. And I don't ye idea. I feel it's not proper. Asifim. You see, I liken it to Obia Akoko Ayatwa in a minute. Said be wofufu. O de o try na menu we all the papa say ya ansa na obedi. Sana indi saka. O de he. Don mo ye nyina ngosi aga. 3 days no be aye din afedie. Hey Ghana, we love peace. But let us uphold it.
But we shouldn't take certain things for granted.
No, that's what I said. Let us uphold it. Peace indeed is something we all love to see. However, there are processes to ensure that if we are aggrieved, when was say me I bet my abwa amma kan kono eba court e wo hono 2012 you lose here court fefe Omanpenyin Nado okay or say I disagree with the figures churned out by the electoral commission. Now our penal lawyers appeal be biara no mun court and challenge for the first time under the 4th Republican Constitution. We had a Supreme Court petition tabled before the Supreme Court by the MPP. Now, look at the span. It took 8 months. 8 good months. Judges, Juma. And let me tell you, do you know why NDC in Jimmy Court? A Juma, a woman, a Juma Ketwa.
A Juma, what court? No,
now collating all the 38,000 pink sheets.
But they said they are working on it. They are working on the pink sheet.
I don't know because quarter figures up to date figure crowd is
okay. Answer me call
figure amount. On catch or say me say or say me name your pink sheet. Mo say masa enye kasa go to the court and then make your case. But I'm telling you, the experience we went through in 2012, the kind of work that went into it, and now Japan no beat no yeah already pink sheets, way number way, serial number way. I say, look, it is work. But I'm saying that if they dare say that why don't you go to court? As simple as XYZ.
But answer, we are waiting for Anthony Oba. We will get into the conversation proper. Oh,
they say we share red and now black and baby demonstration.
Anthony But the NPP. Do you admit, Ujitum, sir, the NDC gave you a very good run for your money in the just ended elections?
I mean, sure, only question way. CJ. Election way, I'm a man who said we shouldn't take any election for granted again. Now, me catch MP before you now, from national executive to polling station executives. Say, yantina se an strategize it. Yantina se an sheseni ebeya party no ebeya stronger. Without a doubt, in Africa, Ghana is, MPP is one of the biggest political parties. In Africa, I'm not talking Ghana. Take ANC, which was well organized. After ANC, arguably, MPP follows. That is what I want to say. And really? I'm very sure of it. I am very sure because we have a tradition we have built on. The Dankwa Dombo Buzia tradition is a tradition we have built on from in the 50s. In fact, from the UGCC days even. Now we have not departed from our norm and our tradition. Anti-party no well organized. However, this 2020 election, it appears normal to Chimakakra. Let's admit. As a young call is paid. Now yet Honum says business as usual. I see 2020 to be bleak. 2024 to be bleak.
Come out. What went wrong? MNT from 2016, about 63 seats, government majority in parliament.
Yeah.
They say I pray one seat home just so MPP can gain majority.
A seeming disconnection from the people.
What went wrong?
Seeming disconnection. Why know why it started? Primaries, you know. Look at the number of MPs who lost even their primaries in the first place.
41 MPP incumbent
primaries
MPs.
Na make answer.
Yeah, okay.
And we are. Look at the number of seats we have lost in the general election.
In the primaries, 41.
41 plus another
plus 33.
That tells
that
you
is 74.
So it tells you that there is a disconnect between who is supposed to be the leader in the constituency and his people. And there is also a disconnect between executives and maybe that particular leader. And there could also be a disconnect between national executive and maybe that, because you see, it trickles down. Instill discipline. Let it get to the bottom. Whether or not we have instilled the discipline is one thing. And I'm saying that we need to sit on round table, look at the postmortem very well, or do the postmortem very well, figure out what we can do. But I can tell you, first of all, we need to instill ultimate discipline in this party. That's one. Secondly,
let's take it one by one.
Yeah.
Discipline, instilling discipline in the party.
Yeah.
What exactly do you mean?
When I'm saying we instill discipline, with recourse to our structures, it must be done and done well and not with nyachom. If you are a leader at the constituency level, know very well that you are a party leader chosen as a candidate. You and your executives, there must be sanity. You must come together. That chairman in the constituency, the organizer, the secretary, the woman organizer, the communication officer, and all those executives, whoever you can mention at the constituency level, must have a synergy to work with.
So who said during the primaries?
But if the synergy is lacking,
we have a problem. During the primaries, in a constituency, chairman no supported one candidate. First vice chairman supported another candidate. Second vice chairman also supported another candidate. In the constituency executives, after the primaries, building those bridges.
And that is the point I've made. My point is that I went for primaries. I went to Nantong, contested my MP. People impressed upon me not to contest.
Why?
I'm coming. Okay, that's their belief. Yes. So there are those who say contest. There are those who say no. People even wrote petitions say I should be disqualified. Many Sami Oku, who was the vetting man, who vetted us, said, look, some of these things, they are unmeritorious to me. I think the party people are party people. Go on and let's see how it goes. With his judgment as the chairman of the vetting committee. And of course, we all went through. My MP won the primaries. Meanwhile, I sat down as a blue party person and said, let's get back. Together. I publicly on that same day considered and I called on everyone all supporting me. Support the MP.
Okay.
And immediately people listened to me. I came back to Accra, mobilized little resources that I have, went back down and called the MP. I said, MP, I've come. This is my little support. Let's move on the ground. For the first time, because of this gesture, maybe, okay, as one of the factors, we have won presidential in Nantong since 1992.
How many of
and
these
for the first
gestures?
time, we have won the seat again with a margin of over 3,000. That tells you that asemna okan ye no. Say waha, na simesi waha, na we waha. We are. There is one party. Come together. Meanwhile, yen ye kasemu dagomba kasemu. You say nipa wankwa on di ade. That's how we say. Uwankwa udi ade. And it's a who nimsa. Na say who call election more. Na why you want you say me the chinchina or say me win it and me nipa me supporting or win it. One win it and my say party no. Then that's why we have a problem. My point here is that Ochinebino ebia na wu nipa na wu ka open no no so aba. Na o so mempe na wo say party no kwa na woko. And I think that is why we must instill discipline. We must love the party truly and move on. Secondly, the money syndrome. The money syndrome. It's mind-boggling for say your primaries. Then someone says, maybe my delegate be a 5,000.
Maybe be a flash screen.
Maybe more be a say
fridge.
Absolutely, we are all culpable. I'm also one. We are all culpable. It is wrong. Obima, your friend is saying flash screen. No BT baby, I come more. I say I disqualified. Say I'm more. Sorry. Oh, so I think we need to ensure that the right thing is done. Otherwise, we are going to have problems. The money syndrome must be nipped in the bud. You cannot go for leadership without money. I agree.
Will it be that easy?
But I'm saying that is why we need constant orientation of our people. Constant orientation of our people. Look, the last time I was talking to Chairman McMenu some time ago, prior to the primaries, and the Chairman McMenu can say, about 75%. Oh no, the oil said, "Pa, happy birthday to him. Today is his birthday."
Oh, okay.
May good
okay.
Lord
So
bless him.
happy birthday to you, Chairman Peter McMahon.
Very happy birthday to him.
Happy birthday to you.
For giving us power twice as a campaign manager. In fact, Nyankopon Shirano. I was talking to him. Was he come out? 75% of polling station executives are not elected. 75%.
75%.
They are not elected. Yet you see how Kurom had the way they win a pen, then the 5 number. Oh no, I'm going election 1 2 now so yeah, primary or
yes.
You didn't go for election. And I'm saying that this time it must be competitive. If you want to make the party well, every single polling station, the constitution says there must be election, let there be election. Pick your form, go through election, campaign, get popular votes, and become a polling station executives. Then we agree with one man, and then we will move. Yeah, answer the party. Where are you in your pay? 2024, we will laugh at the wrong side of our mouths. So we need to ensure that the right thing is that CJ, this party needs discipline. Honorable Kennedy Japan Kasa, Kasa. My brother, he is hitting the nail right. And this is a time. Some of us will say it. My brother, I don't know, so would Dobibia, no one did chile. So we know, and then
on protecting certain members of parliament.
Yeah.
Meaning, say, moving forward into 2024. Yampa Sadoni engagement, especially in the MPP.
Yeah.
MP way, say protecting no, MP way say protecting no, more beyond contesting no, encore unopposed.
Yeah.
Come out.
You see, it all boils down to the electorates on the ground. Look at Central Region. We have 23 constituencies. The president won in 20 constituencies. President Nnawotwe, presidential. Out of the 23, well, we need 20 constituencies in the Central Region. However, we had 19 seats in 2016 in the Central Region. Today we have 10 seats. Sorry, we have 12 seats, as you say. We have 12 seats. We have
12.
lost 10.
Yeah.
We have 12 seats. So it tells you that the president and his policies and have been agreed upon. However, the ground management has not been done well. So, okay, say young impose obi a man your primaries. Na impose no pa. The voter is there to make a choice. Oh no, how? On can't you know? You see, politician bag you your friend tirimu osum. Ana. Tuntum no. Aha. Nipa ni tirimu osum. Oniu. Edru wa kokromoti power. Muna mosie. Adom TV headquarters.
Election
no,
headquarters.
they are few. One of you wakwada. Who are the secret ballot? So I am saying the management on the ground is a problem. Into your regional chairman, your constituency chairman, and other executives, I beg you in the name of Almighty Allah, it is the party we love and we must come back on track. And this is because they were in opposition. And they felt they were.
When
I'm saying and we're like, oh, yeah.
But on the ground,
no, that is a problem. And they knew very well that, because you see, if you watch NDC no move your policies. Free SHS, I will say more no. Afraid of Muslim Mukwana want to buy. So Ghanaians were discerning. And they knew that Uncle Forward, the presidential mom won't be Ghana. And I know that what was a done deal. However, down the candidates and candidates, house to house, the way I'm more any the way your candidate is accepted, had to play. That is how come parliamentary we lost many. Because for Nnawotwe to get 517,000 difference between here, huge. It means there is confidence reposed in him and his government. However, the individuals down there, with their executives on the ground, the management was poor. And I want to say that from my general secretary running down there, I believe that we can still instill the discipline. They've done a great job, without a doubt. However, we still have room for improvement. Money syndrome no yini kakra ebeboye. Ube ye kura na masa. You say ube child ya, ye musulmi for. Don't let the left hand even see say right hand no ama bibi. Say left hand na odi mansua, remember right hand no who say o the left hand no kura ade bibi ama. You can lie low and work on this. Good to give money out to do whatever to support people, but however, that with that flamboyance, with the show, many sikeni, made them more dollars, made them must see this. Me what say? Yes, say party, I'm not saying I didn't do it. I did it. I also gave money.
What do you have to say, massacre?
I'm saying that all of us
moving
are
forward.
It is wrong, but it is. Let me tell you. It is wrong, CJ. However, wrong, normal, if you don't dance with the tune, it means that politics, you will not be in the center of it. But saying together, of course, empower people, go down, find a way of empowering the people. Do not come out lavishly to do that and ostentatiously to do that. At the end of the day, but yini sana now nipa na no onye delegate no we are person to abama no obe show because the delegate one man 22,000. Nipa na ono oti ho a register as a registered voter was kwasi honum no 7. Nipa no ono onya 100 cedis. Onya 10 cedi kura. O wi a was say why you can ono to ambaba no. Ono so be fa na adwen. Enti mo ya mo fansie. Yeah, this time I fancy.
Come on, me that say. Ma menko Zoom no so na fei I mean Charlie Mensaka Ura Franklin Kujo or president Imani Africa me no entwetwe enkomo. Ura Kujo say wotemenka ma memma akwa aba no. Metime ka say ne di kan a in the Parliament of Ghana. Yenya government majority a slim pa any. The last time was in 2008 around that time na MPP were 107 seats, NDC were 116 seats. And now others nunya 7. Intina government majority ni 9. Now this time around, the two major political parties pray just one seat to home, so one can have a government majority. Did you see this coming, Urakuju? Hello, Urakuju Temenka. Okay, you better also yansakana na yeneno atwetwe sa enkomo. Come out.
It is money syndrome is a second factor. And I tell you, I know a commitment to party. How committed are we to our party? You're committed. Many of the young people are here back up. No, you were interest mum. which interest is largely driven by cash. But ask yourself, the people who are the founders of this party, the likes of Reverend Asante Nchui, the likes of Stephen Kreku, the likes of Nanado, the likes of Hackman Owusu-Agyeman, the likes of Darocha, all our big men who started the 1992 processor to get MPP in place, you know, did they put money forward? I remember in 1992, there's this story. Nanado, the party was looking for money to do a congress. Ya pe congress Nanado the amount omunya kakra. Nanado alone had to bring a chunk portion of what he had to support the Congress. Commitment. President Kufuor has shown that commitment. Is it money? He's still living in the house he's built for so many years ago. Our old man is still living there. A young man comes and all I want is that I want to live well. If we don't change that mindset and then strategize and learn and read, learn from them, my brother, we cannot bring discipline into this party.
One issue are voters and our constituents. Only omokasa omokapa. Yeto abama kamao. Yeto abama anwi na feel friend na onfa. Oba constituency we rolling the glass in our kosoro. Na fe we no abetwam ko yenhu no bibi de na woto nsa frɛ no kra omba. Okotena nkran na fe wote womba kra. Eji se bia abato oba beduru so ansa na yehu no. These are serious concerns on the ground.
When you asked me about the parliamentary election earlier on, I told you there was a disconnect between the leader and the people.
Yes.
And now I can. Disconnection now air between the leader and the people. And now I can. Nipa na onwa empower. Se betina hanenya V8. Betina air condition mu. Ono ofrewa ebi anansem kitwa bi o se wonfa. I know MPs who go back to their constituencies and they tell their security, say, I am telling you, there are MPs who do that. And the security, they are the same people who are going to punish you. I am not saying that make yourself open too much, but I'm saying find a way of communicating to them. Look, Turkish president, Erdogan, you vote to we no say, Muna modima ba na juma no eso meaning say obia pese o me kasa now so I cannot have access to my phone 24/7 because the work you have given me. He explained to the people. And I say ejuma no do so say mekata say obia fra me na memfa e be den
the whole day na me na phone so
exactly. So, you see oh yes no then na a man for now who say this man is a reasonable man. Now so I will make sure policies will come to inure to your benefit. And you'll be able to frame one yamia, men fan say a bonnet. Men fan say a negligence. When you preempt people like that, when you do that, they see you as a leader. What you say?
Me too.
And I'm saying that coming back to Ghana, our members of parliament, there are people who go home. Now we're doing the fear, security because of call or not on the cast, you know with you. There are people on what platform so na say omu can say platform so you omu complain about him obe ha no the picture bi aba no the na picture no so no na pan no da ha na carpet ha na jollof bi no the picture one obe post o wo ka kire say mu ye de nyina me de mididi oh na oyi na na provoke am they do that oyan to abantiel then of course kasade arrogance will not take us anywhere. Humility is the hallmark. My brother, oko nese ya amawa, don't get angry. Nyakupon na amawo. Menya no, it is because there's no commitment to the party. Mabojuma 2016, obi abojuma, bia menya appointment. Nyakupon na ema bibia, ede na owa nyakupon NDB. That's the call is my question. Ntisa oka se wo dey me come out dey me man appointment me punish no. Obua God has not na me go show me that. Because I am content with my 1 cedi. That's my insurance. So I will commit myself to my party without my 1 cedi. In the office say 1,000 na wo be mama no. One farm mama. Nyakopon ma wo oxygen na wo home no ono oji uska.
Come out yan share the composition of the MPP party national executives.
Yeah.
Any adwuma wo maye. Menti ade MPP abedu sese abebi amadu yi. But you say moving forward
22 or something.
22.
Either 22.
Another election.
Maybe. Yeah, possibly.
Would you want a total overhaul of the national executives?
No, it's not a question I can give a straight answer. But once again, the power lies within the hands of the people on the ground. Your party wants to share say we have a Congress to go, we have delegates or electoral college who are coming to elect.
Yes.
I believe that these are people who are very discerning and reasonable. Based on all this possibility and the direction that we want to go is, or they want to go, is what we are all going to follow. Of course, nipa beye bi wa me nyina. I cannot say national executives no anye juma. And I cannot also say omo aye juma 100%. Omo aye de omo fa. Omo aye de omo tima aye.
Oh mama max. 100% omo I'm saying.
I won't give max. I'm only saying that let us be sure that
no, but so we know say juma omo boy no.
No. I am just but Kamal Dean an individual. That's why I told you that there's an electoral college to decide. Electoral college will be decided, you know, and the max on benya. But the work that they have done on my mofa, and I saw him say, at least nipa they won't mean 100%. You may have your lapses, and you move on. And it's not just, you see, let us not just squarely add the subono and add the question way echo bonus executive. No, let us also look at regional executives, constituency executives running down, and it's okay. Maybe a John Body, a general secretary, or not in crime. Maybe the AC was Senate West and a Senate East. Okay. And then you only honor. So you cannot just blame him so much sometimes. Franklin
Aba Akumanu to be over. Just say me no atwetwem koma. Franklin Akwaba. Na mi bisa wo share aside 2008 na government margin no ye be 9 seats in parliament. Na o de to say ho a say 1 seat da aka the two major political parties so one can have a government majority, sorry. Did you see this coming, Franklin? Franklin, what do you mean? Well, I'm saying Franklin, you didn't buy your phone Zoom. Since Zoom no and connect papa into your friend phone so na fi no entwetwe sam komo no na on so emfa na dwenche emfa emra.
I'm sure you get
come out. The electoral college of the MPP.
Yeah.
Already people are calling for expansion. To cover more people. When is for
the last time prior to your call your Congress no. Amended your constitution for the second time.
Yes.
Mekai say the first constitution was amended in 2009 in trade fair. The second one no amendment I buy 2017 thereabout. Where we did in Kumasi before we went to was it 20 yeah, just 2017 or thereabout or 20 I don't get the date right. But however, what is material is that amended constitution twice. And to say as we speak no, your constitution no have two major amendments. Again, party no e wo mra edaho. What bisa question say electoral college expanded and reduce and say yes whatever we do no.
Yes.
It all subject to what constitution SCA. Right now no, the constitution SCA say I define those say electoral college for us. Either with internal elections, with internal election, whether with primaries or with a party executive or whatever, I define it in our way. Now the Americans say there are people who are advocating for this. Say, but yes, idea, and they say some constitution in view. And I don't know, unless I don't know how quickly we are going to re-amend the constitution again and to give way for some of these expansions that will come. I remember first, no, agitations in Ebaye and expanded polling station executives. To include police to elect flag bearers. Well, even with that, no crown, we have some special electoral college. If in case number no a chain, number 5 people are, we still have to prune them down with a special electoral college before police station executives flag bearer. It has gone through amendments.
Okay. So this is a free electoral college, you know. So Franklin, what do you mean? Hello, Franklin. Orakujo. Okay. Ahomano still and Tutu. Franklin.
There are those who say, yeah, constituency level no. Na obia anto aba enyi primaries. MP, candidate. There is also another school of thought, which I belong to that school of thought. Yes, Anna, you're careful. Because we will have infiltrators.
You mean expanding the
expanding it to include every card-bearing member. You have to be careful. NDC tried it and failed. NDC tried say Obia work constituency where card-bearing member. We are on to Aba. Emma ni amasana mo alebe soon sa or say MP before the 2 abatiano. So and the crew I don't even know. But see we should also be careful because it comes with ramifications. So we expand there. Bia obi bia could do party card. So no NDC ni onye MPP ni. What you say? Now so oba to Aba you candidate amount because we are seeing a weak candidate. So we should all work this well. This call for expansion to cure the money syndrome, no. That is why they are calling for it. Because omo knows one, obetuma to be asika 5,000, 10,000. But imagine everybody in the constituency is going to vote. I'm not sure you can give everybody 5,000 to vote for you.
No.
What you say?
No.
So I'm sure that is the major reason why they are calling for this expansion.
Okay.
But we should be careful as a party because they are here. Let's say koye ne sape, yebenya infiltrators into it, especially baby a stronghold. You find say northern part no. But thank God, let me thumbs up to Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana. For the northern part. First, there were 31 seats in the northern region. 31 seats, before the breakdown to northeast and then Savannah and then northern region.
Yes.
31 seats, in Nakabuma. Out of 31 seats, for the first time, the MPP has won the northern region with 16 seats, NDC having 15 seats. I'm telling you, there were 16 seats, and NDC, there were 15. Northern Ghana, until baby no second.
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Why? The man rallied us, pulled us. He got the North working, got us to move. Nobody should sit on the fence. And we worked assiduously. And of course,
but for instance,
you know why? The Rebecca said, oh, no, Antiman provided. Now, the president so equally, let's praise him.
In the Ashanti region, Mo decided to 47 seats.
Yes.
But the NDC ended up adding one more seat to seat our Ashanti region, making 4 seats now.
Of course. Expectation yantima meeting. Expectation na 47 yantima meeting. And no crown we have been affected in a way. Say one crown a lose free mobile. What you say? We traditionally him say train on and head. But it doesn't matter. Let me cano. Ni nyina mpenyin fo be sia akunya. On betna say. Without a doubt, Chairman to me has worked. Executive in Ashanti region have done work. Sometimes when we do,
come on, say, but we just need to.
Yes, I can hear you.
Good. Me that's it. I'm saying initially na ahomano yente wonka but thanks for joining us. We share 2016, 63 seats, government majority, our parliament, and the current picture as we speak. Did you see this coming, Orakuju?
Oh, without a doubt, it was coming. Osha, there were so many factors. Primarily, the way Party Nankasa handle MPs, about 40-something or so MPs now, they, decapitated from Parliament, and it showed a lot of discontent within the party, and people were not happy, especially when they were not given any good reasons. Democracy is about contest of ideas. Ocean see what a formena we crana and no crapo say it was the highest form of disillusionment with a political party that shouldn't have lost this election at all. I think they brought it upon themselves, really. Ocean president no koye or formenano. It was disgraceful. To say you will not work with somebody who has just decided that, look, I'll contest the elections because I think I am winnable. Tells you that the party's infrastructure in terms of predicting what is likely to happen, even in their strongholds, was shambolic. It tells you that they didn't work with data and science. Because it could have been apparent, say, election. You could have weighed the options. Some of the people that were imposed on the electorate only won because they had deeper pockets. Some of them are my friends, but I know they won only because they had money. And unfortunately, that's another aspect of our elections that we need to talk about, the fact of the money issue. One issue was that the party brought it upon itself. Executive exuberance and disrespect was what actually started. That was the first blood that was drawn. Then the electorates were watching. God, they said, and there's some sana mobile and skirt and blouse. You understand? I think these things were writings on the wall, really. I mean, I wouldn't put it past to suggest that the MPP government didn't do anything. I think they did quite creditably well. You know, we rated their manifesto performance almost 57%. And I think they did quite well in some regard. But to go into a battle and then start scoring own goals from the start actually gave an indication to people that you do not care about how they think and how they feel, which is one of the reasons we are very disappointed in the Fomena MP. I think he's mistaken that the people took him there to Parliament because he was supposed to immediately go and join the ranks of the MPP. I think he's miscalculated. Even though it's a strong seat for the MPP, I think it was the highest form of disrespect to his own people. At least he should show, say, at least wait for a year or so to show that, look, your value actually matters. You just don't decide that all of a sudden you just join the party that disowned you effectively. I mean, I think it is one of the lowest form of decisions that he's made, and I hope it doesn't come to haunt him. But Oshasoa, he's being realpolitik. Madam for at the studio, Tell to say me ciao. Come on.
Franklin,
Me, Madam for pa.
Come on, I am very busy. Pa, me who self a person different.
Franklin, see my day.
Was the wrong person. Who to me was the wrong person for you people to have in Ashanti region.
Oh, okay. Orakujo, Chairman to me was the wrong person for the MPP to have had in the Ashanti region.
A very, very wrong person. You see, I like Untumi, he's my friend. But I think he overcarried himself in the run up to the elections. The things he said about Professor Jenana Opoku Ajima was wrong. You see, the things he kept doing on his station were wrong. Me like this, he even said all sorts of things against me, but me I don't mind. Kofo baby I can't hear my family. I see my mama, my sister 9,000, and I mean, you probably say, I don't know why you're 70,000. But you see, for me, I don't care. I can let it pass. I don't mind at all. But Osha, the electorate didn't like that. It was the only reason why the NDC must have won an additional seat. Under normal circumstances, he should be writing his handing over notes right now. Yeah, he should.
I see.
So there's a combination of factors that it was brigandry, sheer bravado, and disrespect for their own people.
All right. Orakujo, I mean, now looking at the current figures, 137 for the MPP, 137 for the NDC. How would you describe the next parliament? Orakujo.
Brony says it's a hung parliament. And we civil society people are salivating because it's not that we are happy about the hung parliament, but some of us are salivating because we want to work with both sides properly, by the way. The reason why we are salivating at this opportunity is that, look, ever since this 1992 constitution came to pass, Osha, it gives the executive too much powers. Obronibi can be said, in times past, the only thing Parliament cannot do is to change a man into a woman. This type of Parliament we have is exactly the type of Parliament that we didn't want to have. It could have made man into woman long ago. In fact, it's been doing it for several times. It is a siano, acquire chempe. And I think it is very good for our democracy for the simple reason that, see, we put too much pressure on the president. He appointed Nyama Nkofobebre, Kamadi, and yes, I am very vocal, President Nyanka. He may be appointed somehow by the president, but probably will not even know him. There are over 6,000 persons the president appoints, actually 8,000 now. Now he doesn't even know a third of them. But still, I don't think he should know everybody, but at least the powers that the presidency have, and not just this president, by the way, like I said, since 1992, no, it's too much. Into according to say, winner takes all, no, who we need not wafani and also breeding all kinds of enmity within our elections, our democracy. Into this time, if you are a member of parliament, if you're a minister, you have to be in parliament to defend your decision. There will be a very good opportunity to discuss the Ghanaian in parliament. Well, those days where bills will be passed by a handful number of people at the frightening speed of light. But of course, I also have to urge caution, say, yeah, kind of sano, some them say, hey, Bruni bin the can as them say, Nipa, you were born into corruption and you will die in corruption, which means that it is possible that while we are happy, maybe the NDC and co will start doing deals on our blind side, and they'll be voting on things that.
Orakujo, the issues, I mean, appointment of the Speaker of Parliament and then the various committee in Parliament, chairpersons, are we going to see co-chairpersons looking at the figures now? Anna,
I would think that there must be proper negotiations. I think that Parliament has enough persons who can do proper deal making. I mean, I don't think that these co-chairing things will be useful. No, I think there could be some deals that could be struck. Even the speaker, I don't think it is just a side that selects the speaker that necessarily means they would have won. I'm sure there may be people within NPP who may not like maybe a particular person being suggested for speaker or something. I don't think so. But I think the leadership in parliament must change, especially on the side of what seems to be the majority in parliament right now. Madam for Chairman Sabunso, I'm saying that he should take a back seat because he allowed these unfortunate incidents to happen. Okay, so I said the first blood that was drawn was on the party itself.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have allowed the presidency to impose people on his generals. On our battle, you know your people in parliament. You don't go into battle and allow your someone who gives you just ammunition to decapitate your generals. And I think it was wrong. So this parliament would need some levels of proper, agile conversations, debates, and probably younger persons who can match the likes of the Harunas and the Kujetos and the Jinapos from the other side. Because I think the NDC, for like it or not, has been given some sort of moral authority, and they've been given some sort of support, which means that they are going to be much more vociferous in their advocacy than ever before. So I think that the other side needs very, very, very measured brains and very, very good deal makers. That would be useful.
Okay.
I always think I have some. I would rather not put them out.
Okay. Orakujo, Brendan, we do see how, but you made a Facebook post on the Fomena MP to the fact that, or may say, a golden opportunity to become a kingmaker. Yes. and I don't know when another person chairperson. Orakujo.
The another person mentioned say he should have etched his name in gold. Okay. Just given the sheer nature by way of how he was treated, no. I think that he should have waited for a little while, maybe one or two major decisions in parliament. Then he'll be the casting ballot in terms of the decision maker. Then he would have sold his bid to probably the MPP back, and then they would have given him some very respectable position. At this juncture, I don't know what he's been promised, but I think it's too early. And even though I promised to be his personal assistant.
Really?
Oh yes, I promised to do that.
But Franklin, he's a party man, you know. He's a member of the MPP. Isn't he? What do you expect?
Anthony Maker said he's also being probably realistic in an African political environment. But I think that he had an opportunity because, like it or not, he went there on his strength. You understand? So what it means is that he should have exercised a bit of restraint and then show them some small level kakra. I saw Chen Hu kakra. Oh, yes, sir.
Okay. Franklin, I'm not fancy. Thank you so much for your time, Franklin. Could you President Imani Africa?
Oh, good to see you, Frank.
Come on, see you, Chow.
Yeah, good to see you too.
23 minutes or 24 minutes after 9, Mamin Chad Husima, Meba, Anthony Nupenu, Greater Accra Regional Organizer of the NDC. I bet join here. Lafi, the competition I can atwaso. Yabazisia. Right, yama kwa baby Adom TV so ne wote enka sempa 94.7 FM na wotwe dwumadie yeguso a yede ebrewo don hwere mienu na yede se wo yede dwumadie yede somowo memenda bia na yede ka twetwe nkomo ni bia fine na owura Anthony Nupenu me aminua or Greater Accra Regional Organizer of the NDC obeka yensa Tony wako
body Adom
o kama body number pa nza
Sidani Nyamidi. Your diabolic laughs.
And then when you demonstration. And then when you demonstration.
Tony, grounds to say.
Grounds here.
Yeah.
For what again? Grounds or what?
Biaboko.
And the CJ grounds no shedana.
No.
Grounds me.
They say our grounds.
For what? For election?
No, not
election
for election.
It's gone.
For a political party. Political party be our grounds. And I'm Tony
for demonstration.
Yeah. Okay. So after election, clearly, I wish we had time, but when it started, if he after election,
I don't need even 10 minutes to say or rebuttal or whatever he said. So let's proceed.
The position of the NDC seeking for a forensic independent audit into the election. Then pan and person.
Sijemeda sinamidi nchiama hwefo na etiefo nyina ka say we're unfortunate me timi abedu antem say call number at the right time and so that akabai say me wo me constituency organizer for Kotekoli or Danini Kra or Danini Nihwe buying before elections and then the crown I should have been there by now but because of the way I call the buyer I have to just attend to people before I go there. Because I said that in Yamidi, Pempenso di Ghana be doing in any so. Election course, BCN, there are some results out there. We have disagreed with the results. As I said, they identified Nyama Dudona Eko to compute the coalition and a train electoral commission course. Omo asem, he hurriedly went and declared a result that is full of inaccuracies. As of today, I don't know which result you have. Now, whatever result you have, no, I just want to draw attention. Say, never compute the percentages. Never say, I do 100%. And that should be telling you, media people say, you should be able to tell the electoral commission, say, your work is incomplete. That's all. Yanji result 2. We have stated our position.
Drew and Drew. I think you should get to clarity because there are 2 words.
The first one was above 100%.
Second one.
The second one is not up to 100%.
So which one is speaking to the Andrew 100%?
Go and ask Tony. I'm now coming to the pin sheet.
Okay.
So don't hang me.
All right.
I am putting to you, say, go at Jimenez and say, which result did he gazette? The one that is less than 100% or the one that is 100%? So that Omekachen said, Nejuma no is complete. 2, we are caught into making sure say declaration sheets from the over 38,000 polling stations, Sabeka, Emma, computations after the first computation. Aside that, it is not just about the numbers that have been declared after polls, because the poll is what we call statement of polls and a static poll from morning. To be able to arrive at the fair conclusion, say whatever your sortie, your county after the polls reflects what started the polls. You need to do an audit of the sheet from A to Z, so that every figure that was indicated on the face of the pin sheet are tally with the final figure before a coalition to give a consensus verdict of whoever won parliamentary and who won that constituency as an original computation into national. That is the work we are doing. And no, and yesterday said, if the Electoral Commission for say Waye Jumapa and he has declared a result and he disagree with us, they should go into a forensic audit on their own pin sheet to ascertain one form to stand at the polling centers as presiding officers and returning officers. So that they will know whether they've done a diligent work for the people of Ghana, pay taxpayer money, and I say,
no, just a short clarity on this one. Or see, they are calling on the Electoral Commission to go on forensic audit by themselves, or now they are calling an independent person to do it.
But they've already made that point. The former president,
Obimba,
an independent forensic.
Okay.
But
no, they can't see any.
Why me Jimensa my ejuma? Me di me result atuja. You see results no. Per from polling station 1 to polling station 38,000 no. Ejuma no be brena so any. You can't go and audit yourself.
But you
can contract somebody to audit it and give you say one who found a year presiding officers no figures on the money whether they really did what they are supposed to do as a matter of statement of post on feel here and some starting post no year declaration year the money. This is where we are.
But Tony, Juma various party agents a year, are you satisfied?
I can't say I'm 100% satisfied. I can say I'll be somewhere 65-70% satisfied with party agents from the various regions and constituencies and polling stations.
Okay.
In as much as we have Abaso say omutimi enya kukudro to make themselves available to get the needed training to stand there on the election day. Some were really intimidated in the environment that they went. It was not a friendly environment, but ebi mu nya kokoro gina ma di sae e mo mutimi nya pin sheet ma e ebi mu di omo ntimi angina okra ma ewi ampo ambo. So it tells you say it depends on the environment to which who appear and whatever you were able to gather and get as the pin sheet. Indeed, these are the situations that we find ourselves. But whether a polling agent, the presiding officer swore before a magistrate to be able to do a diligent work. The taxpayers' money must not just go to the drain. Because if you are not qualified, I don't see why you were taken as a presiding officer and you cannot account for the Juma year. Now you just churn out any figure. And that feed into the coalition center, the returning officer at that very moment. I don't mean to me expecting to say on audit and sana wire computation Eddie Ascendi. So that is the stages of the crime. Nipa be bring committee when it comes to election processes. Anyone say court. We don't have a problem going to court because you don't rush to court. You put your facts together and go to court.
Okay.
Maybe Sakamadin, Emromu 2012 Omu disagree. When did they file their petition? So go and check your own date before you are calling on us to go file. When that date that you filed, and you filed your petition at the court on 27th, and that one you even amended it about 3 times. So you took time, did your work, and went to court with your fact. Until Juma, and the lawyers will put everything together and file a suit before the Supreme Court. Now again, who can court? Court not conduct election. One thing now say judge for no. What do they know about election? Management.
Hey.
They are just there to look at writs that will be filed by people and the legal jargons that will be adduced.
Just like
and
2012.
And then determine by their discretions and their understanding of whatever.
Just like 2012.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. But the election management body, the various logistics and resources to be able to put the things in the right perspective. He has the duty to go back to the table and look at what the grievances are to make sure, say, I can do it and make sure I correct my own anomalies. You don't tell me to go to court when the people sitting there are not election management body. They are just going to speak law.
So in effect, Nnawotwe person can say even before you attempt going to court, you know, electoral court, because from what you are saying, judges know elections on that's
There are no election management.
That's the point you are making.
Yes, I've been managed election before. The fathers of my kind huma, Esiamra, Enimra, Edimra, Erimrano. I've been managed election before.
For instance, Ghana Football Association, in your case, normally the court. There's a court in Mbua.
It depends on the fact. Listen, the statement lawyer now or representing GFE ebe adusinu enu no mdi behwe mremu e dey determine case enti na court yen ya lawyer for but the briefing and the technical management of the party elections ebe mo based on whatever the irregularities are, based on whatever the anomalies, based on what the fraud is. And no, and a mimi lawyer, ebefa, edia batamra, akoka mra or court. Se samra na okano e convince judge no, se nya okano e jina mremu pefia, judge no, ni be kwadwin krum, ema nyama koso. But not the technicality of what happened. Election petition 2012. 13. Cross-examinations from the lawyers and whether Farijan or Baumia and I say
the witnesses.
I say Dunketia. Whilst Farijan speaks technical knowledge on elections, sometimes even the lawyer and all cross-examination can get confused because on no be famrano. Emma person say Emranu say and Afarijan will also try and tell you say Emranu say sometimes on the field no you apply common sense and discretion to be able to come to the fair judgment of one some to abano. But a bad adjudication by the judges are omuka say yes Emranu say also see because of situations on the ground what apply and say but when himself we Emranu so ana. But what we must all know say, Emrana yesi Emrano, yen kasi wo still an iron. At the position of application of the law, no, one find nyansa antu ho ubedi ni pa yamo. Na there,
man can't.
So what is why are you jittery? You had over 50 minutes to speak. You were here ranting. But
I mean, with him, you know, it was just internal MPP.
He had a chance to
party.
He had a chance to go into the issues, and he went on the
I didn't give him that chance because we were not here. Because we were not here.
Why? So for me,
Obi,
you just want to interject my thoughts.
Na afede bia wo esiga kola o tiere de san de bia so on president kofo de ni de no mo kan be different crab and so nsem o freya to mo say o say mon ka jefe go no mo say ne de anka president o say ah me ka say na president kofo kan e no kan we go me ka.
So for me, I believe say going before the judges, you know, say utiminya both your technical facts comparable to the law, the position of the law, to be able to make sure, say, you put a clear and concise case to convince the judges to know, say, yes, the law is like this.
Okay.
The technical facts are like this. Let's come to a common ground
Tony.
to make sure, say, the person who managed the election, this is where we want you to adjudicate.
Okay. You remember the issue of the audit, also, but as we speak, more pink sheets in
Yeah.
Tony. Okay.
I think ABA Omunyanya can do 5%. I don't think we do 5%. But from the various regions and constituencies, they are working to retrieve ABA Koka to make sure say we have the full complement. When it comes to Greater Accra, as at 5 days ago, on my notice about 108 out of the over 7,800. But as of yesterday, what happened was a presidential pinch sheets maybe parliamentary pinch sheets.
Oh, okay.
So quickly we need to, because if constituencies no, almost some of the buy into your from you now by any. We all sat down, did the sorting, and we saw the Afra parliamentary pinches. So we've retrieved all those things and given to the national audit team, and they are working on it. So,
okay, but let me congratulate you on Senate West at the NDC. Finally.
But it was a 1 seat long time. They, you see, they are hacker or they are snatcher was not even intelligent. And come training the year, say when the person we are, he would have known how to do. But if I say or take MPP Silla, he has devalued the box
and its content.
The box, the most authentic seal is the Electoral Commission seal. And you can take off all political party seal. When the Electoral Commission seal, nobody can say that box is a tempered seal. Because that seal is the seal of Ghana. Yeah, additional to make sure say you are verified to be able to say this is the box that was at that polling station. And he that judge Nancy say Otimi T a lawyer from both sides and who say this is the positioner. This is this box is still the authentic box now if it's a polling station. So there is no need for someone to be calling for re-election of that polling center. The best is that so far as the Electoral Commission seal our box, it has authenticated it and it must adjudicate say Yanko carry the content of it. Whoever wins the box and adding to the constituency tally, then it can be declared. And and I believe say that matter has settled over there. The same way we are calling for from the Electoral Commission say my collated declaration sheet also Ayama Techiman Saf and is Abzugu, give it to us so that we can file a suit to determine how you did your collation, and they are not giving us. So for me, we know very well, say, we have a clear majority of parliamentary members of parliament elect, but the MPP...
Clear majority? 137.
Because you have not declared Zabzugu, you have not declared Techiman Saf. What you have declared is arm twisting military kangaroo tax. I'm telling you, I have no... I am saying it without any equivocation. You didn't declare you took the military to go and harass people, kill people, and for you to go and see somewhere and declare somebody. As at now, why is the Electoral Commission from the regional Bunu East and then the constituency, Techiman Saf, refusing to... Who's what declare? My declaration sheet there. My declaration sheet. I mean, he was lucky some of us were not. We would have slapped him when our people were talking to him. I'm telling you. Would have slapped him.
Slap who?
Have I called you?
The Electoral Commission officer, the regional officer.
The constituency?
The constituency.
Yes. Because who see why a declaration? Party in Penifaba say, okay, my copy of the declaration. Now Tiwa catch up say, region. Why the regions who say, who found by Tiwa, you'd have received a slap. When people like that cannot be diligent to the work that they swore to.
I'm sorry for Nupenu's choice of
don't
words.
be sorry for me. I said it without any
equivocation. But I can't bear a few minutes. How do you see the next parliament, Anthony?
How about the next parliament? It's a hang parliament. It's hang one because for now there is a dispute presidentially, so both parties will take entrenched position. 2, until there's a determination to either affirm whoever the president will be, parties and stakeholders say sinkonya etimi to adwin, because we say a democracy na your woman we nyen do why we say the national interest must supersede the partisan interest, because say anka ewo ho a yenuanmu ebu on mind for the past 4 years. Niama hudu omu ye ayetwe omu adwina so. Omu tie yen on the minority side anka. The scandals that befell this country wouldn't have come. PDS called parliament. What didn't we see? Ejapa and other deals call. What didn't we see? But omu absolute majority no pass here. Omu ko mu. Then so be ne back. Yakwem. Into the next year 137. Next year 137. Now an independent candidate will be a determined denominator between the two of us.
Yes, already I know accept maybe
but say he may not be available all the time.
Yeah.
I get him. All 275 MPs ain't him in back parliament all the time. I get him.
Yes.
Ain't the way forward is dire for us. Say Nkunyasi ambem say yina ebeka I just say the policies of the government are echo is in the larger interest of the larger majority. Sika akonwa sika person onya edibu man odi ba ye nyina ye gitum say nyama say here. You will see say most of the time you will not even have the budget being passed because Mashebeje ni bi wo ho ni hu fa no oda yaresa bia oba ko chichi ne fe ayaresa mpam aba to parliament say on be vote on something ebi betu kwan say be fa about 50 ministers about 50% ministers efi Mashebeje afomu they will be on foreign trips they will be in committee somewhere so you know how parliament in a day you know how it is. Sometimes a back critical and a back whipping crowful, and people will be running helter scatter from places. Obi want to be do time will elapse 2-3 days or on Londoner, no into me and bar. The bill must be passed. Maybe the NDC side is in majority here. Now say agreeing to atu and kosu say beti asia. Do you think that bill from whichever government will have a full day? Okay. Say yeah NDC and you declare we still have the same challenge as they are also having today. So it's a very challenging parliament.
The same question to come out. Yeah. The 8th parliament, how do you see it? Who is saying?
Yo, me that say. Again, very sorry why now. Sometime election year.
Very sorry for. Sorry for what?
For a situation.
Which situation? Am I broken legged or have you seen any fracture on you?
Okay,
why are you telling me sorry?
No, maybe for the election.
Sorry for the loss. Say at least oko election. Now vision they say and now buta they say we win na yankiman ko ye. Let me say very sorry, maybe better luck next time. Now unim.
Sorry.
Wa apologize ama ahwefo with the words.
I had to.
They say why
I had to
because Mamisumi apologizing can. No, it's very important.
Which words are you apologizing on?
Please let me go.
You are trying to be diabolic here. Which
not diabolic. Why? What are you doing?
That I would have slapped the EC officer for the irresponsibility he was exhibiting there.
I don't need you to repeat those words again.
Why do I apologize?
No,
slap is it?
Tony, please.
Would you born in a boy asuma? Crime band. Manga se be kunu. Misima born asuma. It's lawful to slap someone.
CJ. You see, sometimes there's certain mood that woman so I know. You see, now I feel for so Mr. Monfanche and a page. Monfanche. Now, sir. Almost soon in the binder. Now, we don't have time. We don't have time. I'm going. You see, first of all, what is a hang parliament? It's an animal we have borrowed from somewhere. There's parliamentary system of government, and there's presidential system of government, and there is hybrid system of government. We are running a presidential and parliamentary system of hybrid as a country. And this talk about in town, hang parliament, and I'm saying, we don't have a hang parliament in Ghana in the first place. There's nothing like a hang parliament.
Franklin Kujo,
with a respect, there is majority. Franklin Kujo gave a caveat, or say, the independent had the opportunity to stay alone. Yes. That would have given us a decision very difficult. But when there's a majority, an MPP has to stand now, a majority in parliament. It's a fact. Baby, I'm an OT. MPP and a majority in parliament because
137
now, but I'm going to explain that.
Me too.
Because
Me too.
The independent I decided to say maybe cut MPP there home. I'm an I 138.
Only when it's time to vote on issues.
No, as we start now, he's a member of parliament. Is he not a member of parliament? Independent or a member of parliament? No, you're a member of parliament. The figures don't equal. But as member of parliament, the law prescribes for him to choose a side. And they will count it in addition to a side that will choose. And he has chosen the MPP to give it majority. We are independent. The law prescribes where you are going to sit in parliament. Because we have the left side and the right side. And it is sometimes let us try to educate people who are watching and listening to us well. There's no hang parliament. There is majority and there's minority in parliament, as we said. That's what it is. Again, Formina happenings were unfortunate. But whether we like it or not, walk like a duck, okay, crawl like a duck, and quack like a duck is still a duck. Honorable Esiama is an MPP 2%. He didn't go for primaries. He decided I want to go independent. Or go primaries for party. Issues have happened. We are human beings. Disagreements. But he says, look, I am a two-party person. My followers are party people.
Okay, so in this case,
they voted.
What you say, MPP now appoint the Speaker of Parliament.
Obviously, it's majority. Majority will appoint. That's what it is. That's the law.
Okay.
Acts. Majority will appoint the Speaker of Parliament. But of course, it's subject to vote again in Parliament. You nominate, not appoint. Then parliamentarians will vote to accept him or not to accept or otherwise. It's a process. Oh, but I'm saying that you can't try hang parliament. Now we're there. We're too quiet. Now we're too quiet. Now we have permutation. Me pacho enye watch it. Now we go to akodi. Are you free? A complex business and serious business. Foreign trips. When I can say opposition party, omuntu foreign trips. Various committees travel sometimes. Ask. You can belong to the minority, you are on a committee of energy, and you are traveling for something, you go in the interest of Ghana.
No,
I'm not talking to you, I'm telling you, say, permutations now, wait a minute, and I will say, may say, opposition, come
on, for
I am happy the President of the Republic of Ghana, and now the President-elect again, Eka be in his acceptance speech, and our victory speech, or say Ghanaians, what to about you say Ghana can't connect in IPE. And any dessert in the parliament, we are all having numbers at a close. The message at Ghana for the man is say, Munye Juma and Ghana. That is the point he's making. No, Mipacho, I beg you. Is it there's wisdom in what the president said?
Oh.
And I'm saying that say but now, no say where share MPP, where share NDC. And at the expense of Ghana, yeah, the free SHS bar. Me say NDC or manifesto. They copied free SHS and put it there. Say
come out in me that.
Yeah, bar. Yeah, the free SHS. Some banners are say moon penny. Ghana for him.
But that's it. Tony. We might find out a minute.
Easy.
Now some man a minute working. Or quite demonstration of free her. We have grown
beyond this kind of discussion.
What's that? Also, best like Bobby.
We started here for about 30 years ago. Now, come on, you guys. In German, Corano Mubano,
Tina could have working step when you.
Minia. Some years soon.
Meaning, sir, I know
be 40.
Mamma, you know,
4 years older than you. Look. Your TV has a crampo, young one, any anything. Young Cassie. On the 5th January, a guy said, will be at Adom in the crate here. Say 7th, they'll be swearing in of parliament. Those things from any of the side. So, I believe, say, before I be do hono, Nkonya si nkoso. Then I dream. Say, okay, this is how we should run the government. Because we do know, and yet power sharing. But you see, the executive largely no, more policy drive no, it will depend on parliament. Because whatever good initiative you can't drive it. International contracts be beba. So person we. Ever call parliament. So parliament is well composed. So what do is in the best interest of Ghana. Not partisan drive come.
There'll be compromises, I know. They will agree. They'll cooperate.
And do you know the worst that will arise? Bribery.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Bribery.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
people will not demand certain pounds of money before they will aside with something. Is that what we want? Let's all be careful.
The effect, you see?
The effect-
Frankly,
Yeah.
mentioned it. No, there
Yeah.
are effects.
Yeah.
That one there.
So for me, I believe that as a country, from all walks of life, Parliament with the way abano. My MPP can say because of one independent or majority, you can't drive it. My NDC can say yes, we be a will crash it. Let's all come to a point. But you see, that point will come when the MPP solemnly and soberly accepts say they lost legitimate staff and they lost the Abusubu.
Oh, no, it's okay.
Are you getting me? Because that I'm twisting now because any attention was saying.
Those two
I'm telling you because as at now, give her the declaration of that results. To be able to make a case before a judge, say
go to court.
Coalition almost a year or two constituency. How do you go to court with declaration? You can only. And I'm saying Baba Jama Becca or one of them who say Baba Jama say we cannot go to court on
but what is your issue?
You can say you can only file a suit in court when you have the declared result collated by the electoral commission. Now say so you
Massa.
Who they file suit? As at now, you can't go to court. It's mean you also see amra. Me stepping any law faculty. The immediate chaton say NDC still disagrees with the results. We still have the potential to file a suit, which we are doing. Our protests on the streets, in the region, the districts, continuous unabated. But in accordance with the laws of Ghana and Asundwe, ever prevailing. When you call for peace, call for justice.
Nobody is preventing you from burning the fat in you.
Communication director of the MPP. Meeting the chief Jerry Fortin. Mamenda, my production team, Robert Campedu, Nana Kwame, Priscilla, solid job. Na afi yes sorry saying you be there akayina no. You the better house. I'm free. The price for greatness is responsibility. A crowd.